All right. Good evening, everybody. God bless. Much love. Um, Australia, number one tonight. All right, girl. There we go. Gemini,
Brother.
number two. Hey, PG and chat. Hey to you, girl. And let's see who's number three. Brat. Good evening, PG. Much love. God bless. Summer Moon, Utah Wells, Miss Norway, prayers. And to anyone in chat needing prayers, prayers for you too. Brett, that is beautiful and much appreciated. Number three tonight, girl. And let's see who's number four. Mama Brett. There we go. Australia, much love, she says. Hey, God bless. That's number four. All right. Let's get started tonight. I go down through here and see who else. Hey, there's Anna. How you doing, sweetie? Good
Oh
to
God.
see you. Smiley, good to that's Marlena. That's Marlena. She was in the chat. Ruby Rainmakers. Marlena's two places at one time, y'all. Damn, she's good. Right. Ruby Rainmaker, how you doing? How you doing, sweetie? Let me get down through here. I'm trying to hit as many people as possible. As many people as possible tonight. Oh, Marlena became a member. All right. All right. We appreciate you supporting Summer's channel, Marlena. God bless. Janet, how you doing, sweetie? Wise old lady, good to see you in here, sweetie. Good to see you. There's Peaches, German Shepherd Mom, my three girls, Dee, Pam. Good to see all of you guys. Pam O'Connor.
You hear that?
Oh wow. There's Raven Rose. How you doing, sweetie? How you doing? I lost Marlena. I lost her. Hey, how you doing, Molly? Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Can my mods put out put out Marlena's information in case someone wants to help her? She get some help. Can my mods please put out her information there in the chat for me? All right. Marlena was coming in tonight. She was coming in tonight to talk about summer. She, a lot of people want to know what kind of life does Summer live. What was going on in Summer's life, and so forth and so on. And Marlena's like, she'd be more glad to talk about Summer, you know, and some of the activities she witnessed, Summer doing, what Summer liked. Um, Marlena did clean and cook up there for the wells, um, as she was saying last night. And she did, spend time around Summer. So, she could give us some insight on Little Summer. Um, I don't know what happened to her. Might want to go back over here and find out. Hey, girl, I lost you for a minute. You there? Hello? She might be having some problems with her phone. Oh, that's so sweet, Molly. Hello, Brett. Brett. Loose cannon. I love that name. I love that name, loose cannon. That is funny. That is absolutely funny. Hey, Tiger Mom, good to see you. Good to see you tonight. Oh, Sunflower May, good to see you, sweetie. God bless. Good to have you in here. And Marlena must be having some trouble with her phone. Okay, she says she'll be here in just a minute. So anyway, while I'm waiting for Marlena to come back, I did want to I did want to clear a few things up out here. Um, one,
Yes.
okay, you're back, girl. One I wanted to clear up is I want to address there's I hear everything. God knows I hear everything. And there's some people, some creators that are having, some issues. They're having some issues with, Marlena coming out to, give up the information and so on and so forth. For Summer, and coming on Summer's channel to give up this information. They got some issues with it, and jealousy, obviously envy. I don't know, but I'm going to address a couple of these people. For one, Crystal. Yeah, I'm talking about the one that came out and told a bunch of weird stuff, like her family she had some kind of breakdown or something. I think we all remember her. We all remember her. Put a one in the chat if you remember Crystal, the one that came out and talking about her family was the ones that took Summer and all kinds of weird stuff.
Is that
Um,
Crystal Spencer or Spencer or whatever?
I
Little
don't
black
know.
headed girl?
No, that I don't know what her like. It's a creator, another creator.
Oh,
She called
never
herself
mind.
Crystal Time Lines, or I don't know. But I know she came out and said some awful, weird, and strange things. And Summer's Army don't allow that. We don't appreciate that kind of stuff at all. Um,
They're
and
just mad because I'm on your channel and not on theirs.
exactly. And, but she's been spreading some, stuff like, oh, I think PG lives in Pittsburgh. I can't prove it, but not, I ain't got enough information. Let me save you. Let me save you the research, Crystal. I don't live anywhere near or around or even close to Pittsburgh. Let me just put that out there right now. I'm sorry, but I don't. You don't have no idea who I am. Don't even act like you do. Why don't you tell the truth and shame the devil? Because if you was telling the truth and shaming the devil, we wouldn't ever had to open a live on how insane what you was saying about Summer was. Okay? we wouldn't have ever had a problem with you and some weird insanity you had. So please stop it. Stop it. Learn to tell the truth. Because that's what Summer needs. That's what all these missing children need, is someone telling the truth. Because the truth's the only thing going to bring these children home. And it is not about who PG is or who this person is or who that person is. It is about these missing children out here. And as long as the person is doing everything they can for these missing children, nobody cares who they are as long as they're doing righteousness. And this channel over here ain't hiding behind a church, baby. We are the church. We are the church. Get that right. Obviously, you don't go to church. You don't know much about the Bible, but we are the church. This is a family over here that prays together and we stay together. And we do righteous in the sight of God and in the sight of one another for these missing kids. You need to learn how to do that too. So quit talking about PG. There you go. And there's some other ones that's got their fancy all stirred up in a knot too, right? Well, I tell you what, they can just get their fancies out of that knot. Talking about, oh, there's stuff going on behind the scenes with Marina and PG. Yes, there is. There's a lot going on behind the scenes with PG and Marlena. You know what's going on behind the scenes with PG and Marlena? Is we're trying to figure out what happened to Summer. We're trying to figure out June 15, 2021. We're trying to figure out where this child might be, where we might be able to locate or find her. We're working behind the scenes for Summer. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Nothing. So, and I don't think you all, you haters have a problem. I don't think you haters have a problem with me and Marlena working behind the scenes for Summer. I think what you haters have a problem with, Crystal, and some other ones out there, Jody Sue, and other ones. What you got a problem with, what you have a problem with is the fact that you see Marlena getting some attention out here that's positive, something you don't get. Some positive attention. You see Marlena working for Summer in the righteous way when you ain't worked for her righteously at all. That's your problems. You just ate up with that hate and that envy and that jealousy and dislike, and you can't stand to see anyone else doing anything good for anybody because you can't do good for no one yourself. Just stop it. Just stop it. I do. And white boy, I'll tell you what you could do with your freaking comments and your post. Don't think I can't tell you what you could do with yours. You don't even want me to get started on what you could do. That white boy, trust me, I like to call him a turd pop sucker, but I'm afraid he might be having them lips, more than a lollipop.
I know.
So, just saying. Anyway, that's what I wanted to clear up. I want to get that out of the way because we don't allow gossip, negative gossip in other areas. On other, we don't allow other people from hate channels trying to, incriminate Summer's channel over here, because they won't ever be able to incriminate this channel, ever. We've had the best try, and they can't. Why can't they? Because they can't, because over here, everything is being done right for Summer. This is a righteous channel. Evil can't touch righteousness. Evil, their dark asses cannot come over here into this light. It'll blind them. They've tried and they've tried and they've tried, and it hasn't worked. Why? because God ain't gonna let it.
Mm.
And I knew the day this channel got started. And I
Oh,
told everyone this channel right here got put together by God for summer. That's how this channel started. And ain't nobody going to take this channel down. Nobody's going to take it down because it does righteousness. Unlike unlike the people trying to take it down. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. And we're going to keep on keeping on, getting all the answers for little Summer. We're going to keep on keeping on until we figure out exactly where she's at. We know what happened. Now we need to know where she is. Now we need to find her. And that's the last step. That's the last step. We've already made all the steps except finding her. And once we find her, that's the last steps, you guys. Because when we find her, that's when justice is going to be served. And we will. If God let us make all of these steps to knowing what happened, He's going to let us. He's going to let us take the last steps and bring that baby home. And that's what people are scared of. That's what Jody Sue's scared of. That's what Andy's scared of. That's what a lot Don, Candace, and Grand is scared of. And I'm sure there is some more I can mention that's scared as well. Like somebody in a big blue two-tone truck meeting up with Candace and then stalking people in a cemetery. I can mention them too. Just saying. But I don't think it's going to be hard from here to figure out where this little girl went. I just don't. I don't think it will. We're going to get the answers. We got a lot of people working, boots on the ground. We got a lot of people working in Summer's favor. A lot of people want this baby found. A lot of people willing to go those extra miles to get it done. And we're going to make sure we do all we can to get that done. And also, let us remember, law enforcement, law enforcement knows as much as we do. Law enforcement knows exactly what happened too. Matter of fact, they know so much they was ready to prosecute on it. They was wanting to prosecute on it. Let us remember, they was trying to prosecute. And they're going to prosecute at some point. They're going to. They've already tried. That means they have all the information that they need, all the information they need to be getting that part of it done.
hey, PG.
They already wanted to do it. And the only reason they didn't is because that state of Tennessee doesn't like to put up the money to prosecute without the victim. But I'm going to tell you, if law enforcement had enough that they was pushing to prosecute without Summer, oh, trust and believe, they know exactly what happened too. They know exactly what happened too. And it's just a matter of time. That prosecution is going to be made. It's going to be made because, they're diligently trying to get this last step as well. They want to prosecute. They try to prosecute, and they're working as hard as we are to figure out where Summer's at right now. So I think if all of us work together, we could figure that one out. Explored it exploited innocence, um, you're wrong. You're wrong. There's a lot of facts. There's a lot of facts. Fact is, they cut her hair completely bald. That's a fact. Why? So they, because they were doing something they didn't want to be able to be detected through her hair. That's fact. Don Wells, they took her somewhere, and she looked, and she was out cold, and they wasn't saying where they was taking her. Why would you not say where you're taking? I mean, if you're taking a kid to grab, to get something to eat real fast, you say, hey, we're going to get some food. We'll be back. You're going to run to the store. You say, hey, we're running to this store down the road. We'll be back. But they wouldn't say where they was going. So they must have been going somewhere they shouldn't have been going with this baby all passed out. That's a fact. That's a fact. There's witness to it. When people see something and they tell it, that's a fact. Don Wells started driving a different vehicle on the 14th, fired his co-worker to blame everything on the 15th, and he did. That's a fact. So how can you say there ain't no facts? It's people like you that keep cases from being solved. It's people like you that allow evil people like the Wells to keep roaming free instead of being in prison where they should be. That's my opinion. You know, I don't know the way you think, but you just got a steel toe boot in the ass because I don't fucking like to hear somebody say that, we don't have facts. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, you can take whatever your fucking lame brain way of thinking and somewhere else because there's no room for it here. There's no room for it. Like I said, this is an innocent 5-year old little girl. There's a ton of facts. It's just people like you are too blind to see it. And because you're too blind to see it, people that are evil as hell that do things to little children like this, they get away with it. Why don't you wake the fuck up and smell the roses? Just saying. Hey, spread the love. Gifted One Prayer Garden of America membership. All right. Hey, girl, I appreciate that. And that is a gift that will keep giving. I appreciate it. God bless. God bless. That's a beautiful way to support Summer's channel. I so appreciate it. Aw. Said thank you. Spread love. That is so sweet. And Marlena, we came in here tonight to talk about summer. To, you know, a lot of people, out here, nobody's really got it, like, no one has really got anybody that knew summer, was around summer to really talk about summer. Like Allison didn't overly want to talk about summer. The Wells surely didn't want to talk about summer. Like all these people afraid to talk about summer. I don't think you're afraid to talk about Summer and tell everybody some things about Summer, how she lived, what she liked. When you were up there cleaning and stuff, did she want to help you? Can you elaborate on who Summer was?
She was a brilliant, bright little girl. Um, she always wanted to eat. Cheese pizza was her favorite. She liked cheese pizza. Most kids go for pepperonis, but she liked cheese for some reason. Um, she always was like right underneath my feet. Like she would not be too far from me. She
Oh,
always played with my little girl, like I said, and she's she's just was full of joy. She was just a happy little kid.
what kind of, like, what was her favorite? Like when your daughter and her were together, what did they love to do? I mean, did they like to play tag? Was they like love to play on that
They like
swing?
they like to swing. They like the puppies. Of course, every kid loves a puppy.
Oh yeah.
And they love them puppies. They like that swing. They like watching Paw Patrol cartoons. They like to color and draw and just be little girls, like dress up in like little. I mean, even though mine's a little bit bigger than hers or her, they like to, to dress up in her little, little outfits. It's got the Paw Patrol on them, and she loved it. Watch TV, cartoons. She's just full of life. Just a
Wow.
normal basis kid that, loved to do just kid things. I mean, play in the mud holes and play in water. They love to have they love the slip and slide. They love the pool water. I mean, they just, they just played like regular little girls would, tea parties. Just, and she was
Right.
awesome all the way. She was awesome all the way around.
And what kind we I mean you were there. I mean you seen the best and you saw the worst. Um what kind of on the inside of that home, what kind of environment was it? Like inside, what did these kids have to what did Summer have to endure inside that house as far as filth and so forth and so on. I mean, like Allison said, the house was super filthy. It had roaches and rats and it was just awful. Um,
It
you know,
was. It had roaches, and it was like somebody being a pack rat or being lazy, not cleaning the house, not washing the dishes, not doing laundry. Them little tiny holes in the floor of the top piece above the basement. Their rooms, their beds never had sheets on them. Never had pillowcases on them. Um, just filthy, cans sitting everywhere, cigarette butts everywhere, put out on the floor. I mean, it was pretty bad.
um, s- someone
The
asked
shower
me,
was like if you walked into the kitchen and they didn't even have a bathroom wall for the longest time. Like the shower and everything was open. You could see the toilet, everything. They would wipe their butt on shitty toilet paper and not even throw it in a trash can. They just threw it around the toilet because they didn't want to flush it and all kinds of stuff. It was
oh,
filthy.
oh my goodness, wow, and
Which
like,
their front yard was junk. They had all kinds of junk cars, all kinds of metal, all kinds of glass, and it's just, yeah, it wasn't the best environment for kids to be in.
a real hazard, a real hazard.
Hmm.
And did and Candace did not act like she was ashamed or embarrassed of all of this?
No. Most of the time, if you go to somebody's house and say, "Oh, well, don't mind the mess," and their house is pretty tidy and neat, and you're like, "The mess, honey? Have you not seen what some of the things I've walked into? This ain't a mess. This is actually pretty clean and pretty tidy." But
Wow,
yeah, I mean, because some people don't want you to come over because their house is a mess and all that.
right?
She didn't care. She didn't give two fucks what it looked like.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I don't think I ever seen her take a shower or ever known her to take a shower.
Allison said the same thing. Allison said that Candace, like she had some kind of phobia against water.
I
That,
mean, her hair on her legs was about as long as the hair it was on her head or
um,
on her chin or whatever. She never, like, for her to be feminine or womanly, like, she was never like that.
yeah, that's exactly what Allison was saying. Allison
And
said that,
she'd raise her arms up, and man, the smell would knock you down. Her toes looked like had about 50 ounces of dirt on them, and it was horrible.
you know, Allison said that, but they had a, like a Christmas tree thing at some mall, and there was a lady there, and that's exactly what the lady said. She said that she got was helping decorate the tree, and I guess Candace got close to her, and she said,
Okay.
and she didn't just say that
Very
Candace,
nice about my daughter. Oh,
She said not.
We got Miss Candy in the chat, the grandma.
She said that not only. She said not only. She said not only was it. She said not only was it Candace, but she said Dom Wells as well. She said that they asked for everybody to get into like a circle. And she said that when she was decorating the tree, Candace came by and almost made her gag. She said, and then it got worse. They asked everybody to get in some circle to pray or something. And she said that she got put by them. And she thought that she was going to turn another color from trying to hold her breath long enough to, she said that it was making her violently ill to smell them. Like she was getting ill from the smell from them. She said it was like they hadn't took a bath for forever and a day. And a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people talk about the odor, how wretched it was. Um, I wanted to ask you another question. Do you think Candace would be um, do you think she would be dirty enough to take a cooker or a bowl that skunk ate out of and feed someone out of it that comes up to her house?
Yeah.
Oh, you think she? I thought she might be because she had this white boy and his wife up there, and I promise you, I guess they were up there eating, and I promise you, it sure did look like it looked just like the shit I seen out in the yard. She was feeding a skunk out of. She was feeding them. And I was like, whoa, that looks like the freaking, skunk bowls and doggy bowls outside. I'm pretty sure it was. Pretty sure it was. And I was like, what? Who would be so evil to do that? I thought maybe, I don't know, but it sure did look like it. I thought maybe she just didn't have dishes and went out there and got those, to cook up in. Um, I didn't know. Sure looked, or they did it for purpose. They did it. Just her and Don did it to get a real laugh at them. Let's bring them up here and feed them out of this. Go out there and get those pans, and we'll feed them out of that and get a big laugh because that's sure was what it looked like. They fed them out of. I was like, damn, I wouldn't be eating there. You couldn't pay me and be like, no, thanks, man. I'm not even hungry. Right? I gotta go to a restaurant. I don't eat home food. Um, yeah, Miss Candy says, you don't want to play around with me. You're on here spreading lies about my daughter and granddaughter, and it needs to stop. I don't think anybody spread any bad lies about you. Grandis, why don't if you want to come in here, if you want to bring yourself in here and talk about your daughter and your granddaughter, let's talk about this. Let's talk about you knew that your daughter had already used and abused and had two kids in Wisconsin. They couldn't even live a normal life. Matter of fact, I hear the daughter got a restraining order against you or threatened to get one against you because she didn't want you coming around her. You kept stalking her. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. And in my opinion, it's probably true. But I heard that, she felt you were stalking her up, didn't want nothing to do with you, and was, and even had to go to the measures of either threatening or actually getting a restraining order against you. Now, with that being said, you knew your daughter abused these kids. One can't even live a normal life. The other one can't live one because of being in the system the way she was. And then over in Arkansas, you knew your daughter got another one taken away, allegedly due to the fact the baby was substance abused, right? Substance was in its system, wasn't going to live a normal life, had to be weaned off the stuff that your daughter didn't care to take while she was carrying the poor child. And then over into Tennessee, four more get, violently abused and used, and one completely destroyed.
She doesn't want me
And
to
you
tell the
and
truth about her. She
right,
knows what she's did to us. Who?
and you set your old ass up there on that hill, Grandis, knowing all of these things, and done nothing for your granddaughter at all. You didn't save your granddaughter. You didn't save her. You was in a position to save her, but you didn't. Matter of fact, you went along with using your own need, old granny, to go to a doctor's so you could actually pick up Hunter, have an excuse to be picking up Hunter, going to a swimming hole, and in my opinion, destroying this little girl completely because of how sick you people were up on that hill and the evil stuff you were doing. And you got the audacity to come in here and say that someone is lying on your daughter. I don't think no matter what someone said about your daughter or you, it wouldn't be a lie. No matter how bad they talked, I don't think it would ever be a lie. No matter what they called you, it wouldn't be a lie. Because I truly believe you and your daughters, all of these things, and that stinking Dom Wells along with you, and a whole lot of others, a whole lot of others. You sick-minded people all had one mind, and a lot of children were paying for that evil mind that you all were sharing against these babies. You have the audacity to bring your ass in here and talk to us. I don't think so. I don't think so. Have at her. Have at her, Marlena.
I don't know what I mean. What does she want to? What is she going to tell about me? Because the woman never met me, but
She
one
said,
time.
you don't want to play around with her. You're in here spreading lies about her daughter and her granddaughter, and it needs to
I know.
stop.
I seen a comment a minute ago. Something about Hold on. Something about her. I don't want to say something. Don't want me to say. Don't want to tell
You're one
about
of the
me or
biggest,
something.
she said, you're one of the biggest pieces of garbage that's ever had the pleasure of knowing. And you know it. That you're the biggest piece of garbage she ever had the pleasure of knowing, and you know it.
She doesn't want me to tell the truth about her. She knows that what she did to us. What the fuck did I do to you all? Because matter of fact, bitch, I never met you but one goddamn time, and that's when you brought my daughter home. And I'm grateful for that. That you brought her home before summer went missing or whatever the fuck happened. So don't come in here and start thinking that you know anything about me because bitch, you don't know anything about me. You never
Wait,
have.
you said, what did she do? She don't want you to tell what she did. What did she do?
I met her the day that they come and picked up Summer, and the day she dropped her off. That's the only 2 damn days I ever met that bitch. Ever. Ever. And I
Oh,
hardly ever fucking talked to her anyway. So what the fuck is she talking about? She's that goddamn dumb already. You better lay down and take you some more goddamn pain meds, bitch.
she didn't want me to tell the truth about her. She knows what she did to us. Oh,
I want to know what I did.
yeah.
That bitch knows exactly what happened to Summer. And that's for her. You call yourself a grandmother, you call yourself a mama. You're a fucking horrible disgrace to being a mama or a grandmother. And I put it out there just like that. I don't give a damn. I call it like I see it. So I want to know what I did to us. Who's us? What I'm doing to you all now because I'm now coming forward and talking about your granddaughter that you know where she's at, what happened to her and all that, and you decide to keep your mouth shut and silent? No, 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 no. You ain't gonna come up in here and act like you gonna say something out of the fucking way because I'll put you in your place real quick, and I promise you that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Why is she coming to chat? Why don't you just take the link and come up on panel and talk her shit? Right? Show yourself. Marlena,
Yeah,
you need to
take
stop the
take the
BS.
link. Please do, because I'd like for your daughter to take the link. I'd love for your lovely, lovely son-in-law to take a link because I would straighten his fucking ass out real quick too.
Oh
Because that's
wow.
bullshit.
You better be grateful. You're the biggest turncoat piece of lying trash. Oh, turncoat. Turncoat. What is she a turncoat of? She's a turncoat of what? Being a victim to you people? Is she a turncoat to coming up there and working her ass off for what little bit of money she got cleaning that freaking dump? Um, and that you guys didn't want to clean and didn't clean ever at all. I'm surprised she held up through all of that fucking dirt and came out of there, without having to get a tetanus shot. Personally, that's my opinion.
I'm glad it
Um,
was all up to date.
right? And and she absolutely, I'm going to tell you, this poor girl, when she hit Ben Hill Road, she actually walked through hell. She walked through hell on that day. And it sounds like the Lord walked with her because she was able to walk back off of there in good health. And, that would be something I would have been very concerned with. No amount of money is worth coming on that fucking property and walking off with God knows what the hell you may have when you do, right? I mean, wow. And not only that, but you call her a turncoat. And when you call her a turncoat, that leads me to believe,
Elaborate that for me. What is a turncoat?
well, I'm going to tell you what a turncoat is. They're calling you a turncoat because you told on Candace for calling you at 4:30 on June 15th, 2021. And
Oh,
from what,
in other
yeah,
words, they're calling me a snitch. Right.
exactly, exactly. They're
Oh, okay.
calling
Well,
you a snitch.
if that's fine with me, call me a snitch because you know what? That little girl didn't do nothing to no damn body, and she deserves peace and rest and put in her proper spot if whatever's happened to her. We all figured because did you get on Jody Sue's panel because she was laughing about blaming it on Billy Benton and he said after he knew what the fuck we did. So apparently you're blaming all the fucking blame on somebody else when it's you're all stupid shit. You're just mad because I'm giving the inside of what all went on up there. I'm telling the truth and I'm standing on that with 10 toes down. You all can call me a drug head, you can call me a whore, you can call me whatever you want to because it's not going to stop me from talking about Summer. You can do
Amen.
whatever you want to me. You're not
That's
gonna
right.
stop me to talking about Summer. Summer deserves justice. She deserves peace. It's
Come
been
on.
4 it's been 4 years. Come on now. 4 years. Granny,
Right,
get your panties out you watch ass and step up and be a grandmother like you're supposed to instead of a piece of shit trash you are.
right, right. Exactly. She got the audacity to come in here. And the only thing you did, Granny, tonight is all you done is confirm that Marlena is telling the truth about that phone call on June 15th, 2021. You just confirmed that you want to come in here and call her a turncoat. Yeah. You just confirmed when you did that, you know what it told all of us is, oh, so she was telling the truth about the 4:30 phone call. She has been telling the truth about all the shit that was going down on Ben Hill Road up there about all of you guys because you can't be a turncoat unless you're telling the damn truth about people. That's the only way you can be a turncoat. So
Oh,
we
so
appreciate
so
we
wait a minute, wait a
appreciate
minute.
your
She
ass
said, "I
showing up
don't have
in
to
here.
call you anything." She said, "I don't have to call you anything. You know what you are, bitch. I know who I am, and I know what I'm about. And if you call me a snitch for helping to find your dead granddaughter, then you're a piece of shit all by yourself. You ought to be
Amen.
took somewhere out in the goddamn woods and blown away and not thought about no more. Now come on back with it." You just confirmed everything that I said about the 4:30 phone call, just like Miss PG said, and you all know it's the goddamn truth. Y'all know what happened. So come off of it. Come off of it. Give your granddaughter some peace. If you're any woman to you, you'll give your granddaughter some peace and tell where she's at and what happened to her. Come forward. Be a woman like I
Absolutely.
have. I didn't come forward for the longest time because it wasn't about me and it wasn't about my story. It was about finding little Summer. That's why I didn't come forward until now because it wasn't about me. It was about her, and you all was taking it and shifting the blame on everybody, but you all. And you all are the most guilty ones. You all was all on the hill at the same time. You was getting your knee brace fixed, bitch. How you get your knee brace fixed and can't even see? You can see the damn basement door from your fucking camper door. Now come on now. And you know if somebody come up on that fucking hill, them dogs would raise hell, and you'd have to tell them to shut up goddamn 30, 40 times. Come on now. Y'all are fucking stupid if you think that I believe that shit. And then your fat ass daughter going for a walk. Oh damn, she's a lying ass bitch because she never walks nowhere. She barely
Right.
can make it to the vehicle and get in it and start it up and go without 100,000 gallons of trash falling out the damn door of it, or the kids' seats wouldn't even have the cushions on them, or it wasn't even buckled in, or any kind of damn shit. So you can talk whatever the fuck you want to talk about me. Because I know who I am. I know what I'm about. And yes, you can call me a snitch because you coming in here calling me a snitch. All these people know that I'm telling the truth now. Thank you for confirming that.
Mm-hmm.
People tell on themselves every damn day. It's
Yeah,
getting
they do.
good.
Yeah, they do. And you see how fast
Why
you
don't
want
you
to.
tell everybody why you are stalking my daughter? I ain't stalking your fucking daughter. You think I have a goddamn time to follow your daughter around?
They're
Oh, I guess that's
stalking.
telling
They're
on.
they're
They're
stalking
stalking me.
Marina.
Yeah,
They're
they're stalking
stalking
me. So that
Marina.
tells on. Wait a minute, Miss PG. That tells the who it's coming from is them. I'm stalking their daughter. No, she's stalking me apparently because that just confirmed that too, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because they are definitely stalking you. We know that for a fact.
Why would I stalk you? Why would I stalk her? She don't have nothing that I fucking want. She is not even anybody that I want to goddamn look at without smacking the fucking taste plum out her mouth. So why would I fucking stalk her? Because if I ever get arm's reach of her, she's gonna wish she didn't. And if I find out that you all drugged my daughter and did things to her and got pictures or whatever, I'm telling you, the police is going to be least of your worries.
Right? Right? I'm going to tell you.
Because when you're messing with my kid, unlike you sorry pieces of trash, that's my bloodline. I am a mother. I will protect my youngin at all costs and all things that ever friggin' happen. I will not let you all get to my youngin and do bad shit because that is where you all fucked up. You all come up on here and told, oh, they giving drugs to the kid over there on 110 Ben Hill Road. My youngin was there, and I never dropped my youngin off there. You know for a fact, you all came and got my youngin. You brought my youngin back. So don't be sitting up here thinking that I'm telling lies. I got witnesses. I got a whole bottom driveway that was full that seen you come and get her, that seen you drop her off. And I don't want to stalk your daughter or Dawn fucking Wells. They don't have nothing for me to stalk.
What will you be
But
stalking? The stench? You be stalking. Who the fuck's going to stalk something that, that makes you want to pass out when you smell it? What the fuck? You don't even need to stalk them. Man, you know where they are just by the smell, right? Nobody needs to freaking stalk them. They got all of the area there in Tennessee stunk up. I mean, just the wind blows. You know exactly where the fuck they are when the wind blows, right? If you get
you
the
don't
bad smell, you know they're that way.
I see it.
Oh my gosh,
But
you
that
got
just confirmed that they were stalking me, you guys. That just confirmed that she's saying that I was stalking her daughter. That just confirms they were stalking me. Just then.
they're stalking you right now on this channel
Yep.
and have been for 3 or 4 days. Disgusting, disgusting, right?
Why are
First they
y'all
said,
stalking me? I want to know why they're stalking me for anyway. What are you
first
all afraid that I'm going to tell that I've got or whatever? What is the deal? Why are you all following me? What is the purpose of that? Because believe it, I have Hawkins County riding Beach Creek. Yes, I do. I have Hawkins County. I have my sister-in-law is a Hawkins County's daughter. All I have to do is call her daddy, and guess what? They're starting to ride Beach Creek every friggin' day, 2 laps a day. 2 times a day before when their shift starts and when their shift ends. So don't even be fucking playing with me. You're not even going to be even. They're going to be watching. They're all watching. So go ahead, make your fucking wrong ass move. Come towards me with something or come at me with something and see what happens.
Yeah, that's true, Sad Eyes. I agree. That is so true. That is so true. How can you not? How could you? How could you not tell? The truth about what happened to your little granddaughter. How could you not? Let law enforcement find her, lay her to rest, and send these evil people who would be so abusive to her to prison where they belong. I don't give a damn if it's your daughter. I don't care if it's your son-in-law. They needed to be in prison. And then that little girl, she needed to be laid to rest properly, not thrown in some cold hole somewhere to just
And
be there.
she knew that her daughter and them shouldn't even be around kids and all that. And then you just sit here and just go along with this shit. You're a stupid bitch yourself because you know what? You're not even supposed to be around kids either, are you?
No,
I
she's
mean, come
not.
on now.
No, she's
Come on
not.
now.
That's the truth.
Everybody, if you all didn't want nobody in y'all's business, y'all shouldn't be letting people get up and talk and doing all that and having summer disappear and all that. You should have you should have came forward and told the truth for you being her grandmother, for you being her mama. You should have done the right thing by your grandkid and you want to come up in here and say, "Oh, she's up here spreading lies and this and that and stalking my daughter." You just sounded stupid. You just sounded stupid, but you also told on yourself.
Right. Somebody says, Marlena, have you
Yeah.
heard anything about Eastman chemicals?
I don't care. Do what? I'm sorry.
Eastman chemicals?
Yeah, what about it?
They said, have you heard anything about it?
About what? I'm sorry, I'm
East,
distracted.
Eastman chemicals.
I've heard it. Yeah, I'm not that far from it. Why?
They that's what they asked. They're just like Marlena. Have you heard anything about Eastman chemicals?
Eastman Chemicals?
What was
No.
you
I
supposed to
mean,
hear?
yeah, what was I don't know what that is.
And they
That's
said,
what I want to
Marlena,
know.
it's not Grandis, it's Don and Candace. Yeah, Don Wells writes. Don Wells does write pretty good, and that does kind of sound like Don Wells instead of Grandis. It does. It sounds
Well,
like
get
Don
your
Wells.
hey, you know what? Let me call him out. Get your ass up on the panel. And let's do this the right way since you want to run your dick sucker. Let's hear
Ain't
what you
that
got to say with me on the
right?
phone.
Right. I agree with that.
And if this is Dawn on this motherfucker, you better stay the fuck away from my youngin' and my mother and my family. You got that? And
That's
I'm
right.
coming. I'm coming to put charges on your ass. And you're going to go to jail. And I'm going to make sure you sit there. And I'm going to prove to everybody you ain't nothing but a lying ass, piece of shit, trash, dick sucking little bastard that you are. I'm coming for you, Dawn. I don't give a damn who knows it. I'm coming for you, and you're going to sit in a jail cell, and you're going to sit there for a very long time. You didn't want me to speak because you knew I knew the truth, and you tried to dis function everything that you could, talk trash about me, telling I'm drug heads and I'm married to this one and that one. Motherfucker, you don't know me quite well, do you? You know me by Crawford, is what you know me by. But you thought I married Daniel, which was my kid's daddy. No, son, I was married to somebody else for almost 20 years now, and I was never married to Daniel. And then another thing, if you're going to run your mouth about Bobby Dykes ain't my cousin. He is like a brother to me. He ain't no kin to me. So there's another lie that you told. And then, oh, you gave me all kinds of money. What kind of money did you give me? $20 here, $20 there. for the work that I did? Now come the fuck on. Come on now. Come on now. Get your ass up on the panel. Let's go. Let's go at it. I'm calling you out. Let's go at it. Get your chicken shit ass up on the panel. You got that link, Miss PG, don't you? It's down there that he can click on.
Oh, absolutely, girl.
Get on there.
Absolutely.
Get on there. Candace, get on there. Because this is the one person I told you all you never wanted to fuck with, dude. Man, my daddy told you he raised the best coon dog in the South. If I wanted to know something, I would find it out. And you know all the information that I know, and y'all are scared. Y'all are chicken shit. Y'all are scared, and you're backing down. And you want to say stuff about me and make me look bad and throw me under the bus. Come on, please now. There ain't nobody that knows anything about me but what you say. It's on hearsay. Do you have any proof of it? Tell your wife to show the where she called me at 4 4:37 exact. 4:37 exact. And tell me your daughter was missing. And there ain't no way in hell you got from Jonesboro to Beach Creek within 20 or 30 minutes because it's going to take you at least 45. Not stupid. Y'all think that I'm the stupid one and I'm the one that's going to tell the truth and set it free. And that's exactly what I'm doing and exactly why I'm on here is to tell the truth and to set it free. You need to be a man and quit being a coward that you are and saying that, oh, I'm stalking you all and this and that. Quit fucking stalking me. If there's something that you want to say to me, get up on that panel and say it. Or, come out to the daylight and not be wearing black masks and go through in people's fields and flashlights and whatever else you're freaking doing or having people to follow me around, come face me face to face. If that's what you want. Are you scared that I'm going to
Right.
put you in jail? Are you scared that I'm going to put you in jail for coming close to me? I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing. My kid and me and my family helped your sorry ass out so many times that you all couldn't even fucking breathe. And then you want to get on there and run your mouth about my daddy and everybody else. My daddy was nothing but a good man to you. And you know that for a fact that my dad was a good man for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm I'm gonna tell you, Marlena is rattling. She's rattling their cages. Absolutely. Trust me. She's got these animals, she's got these animals up there coming at her. And she don't care. She don't care. She's gonna rattle their cage.
No, it's not. They would be. Hold on a second. I'm not. I can't read so fast. Hold on, I can't see.
Yeah, yeah. It you know, it's one of them. It's one of them, definitely. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you guys. I agree with you guys. Um, it's possible. It sounds like Don. It sounds like Don Wells because he said, you're a turncoat. Donald always, says stuff like that, and he always, he's like, she needs to be quiet. He always says somebody needs to be quiet. You need to be quiet. It kind of sounds like him. It could be Jody Sue. It could be. It's probably one of them. Trust and believe it's one of them. Well, that ain't my PG story to tell. Right? Absolutely. Absolutely. I would like them to come on and explain the memorial they held for Summer. Yes, and tell us why Summer had to be on live June 15th. Um, yeah, answer that. Answer that. They need to answer it. That's true. That's true. Absolutely. Oh, Fred said it's Jody Sue. More than likely it is then. Yeah, yeah, that's what they're good at, right? That's what they're good at. Remember, you remember Don Wells got so pissed off over in Arkansas that he tried to fire up a live, and he turned the camera, and Candace was back there extended in midair, like what the fuck? That's some scary shit, wasn't it? Wasn't that some scary stuff? I mean, she's back there like extended. It's just like extended mid-ear, some weird stuff going on. It's like she wasn't sitting on nothing. Her feet were off the. It was straight up weird. I was like, whoa, right? That was that was freaky. That was freaking freaky right there. I'm like, damn. I don't know. I don't know. We lost Marlena. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened to her. Yeah. Let me see. I think Marlene is having some problems. Right? Oh no, Jody Sue, we found you trying to act like the Wells. Jody Sue does. Jody Sue, I'm going to tell you, Jody Sue, obviously her and Andy has, I personally, that, I think that Don Wells, you know, I don't know because listen, I got something I want to play to you guys. I got something I want to play out to you guys. Listen to this. Listen to this. Well, Marlena's doing whatever she has to do. I'm going to play this. Hopefully she comes back. Hopefully she's able to come back and they didn't want her talking about Summer. They wanted to stop her from talking about Summer, and you know and they don't want Summer talked about. They don't want no one telling what kind of condition Summer lived in. They don't want no one telling people, how what a beautiful child she was, a real ball of energy and light. They don't want, Don and Candace does not want people, you know, knowing who Summer was, because then it would make her real for you, and you would even fight harder, he thinks, to have her found. He don't That's why they don't want to talk. Well, actually they didn't want to talk about her because they didn't know nothing to talk about. They didn't know her well enough to talk about her. But they don't want other people to talk because they don't want you guys knowing. They don't want no one making Summer real to everyone. you know um a real person to everyone out here. And then that would scare the people even more so. then they're already stirred. And Don and Candace know that. Everybody knows that. Um, and also they don't want, they don't want everyone knowing how used and abused and neglected this little girl was. They don't want, you guys knowing what Summer really was enduring on a day-to-day basis, because then it's going to upset you way more than you already are with what, little you do know. um you know and that's what they're afraid of. That's what they're afraid of, you guys. Absolutely. Yeah, where is Summer? Where is Summer? Because trust and believe, in my opinion, they know. They know everything. And, these people are, it's evil enough that they destroyed this child. But it's even more evil that they didn't allow her to ever be found. They didn't allow, her brothers and all the people who cared about her and loved her to get closure, right? That is like super evil. That is super evil. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. No, you wouldn't. That's true. That's true. Amen. Absolutely, Bridget. But I'm going to play this for you guys. I don't know if Marlena's going to be coming back or she's not. Um, it seems like something was, taking place behind the scenes on there. So, um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what all was going on there, but something was.
Especially as day 4, right? Marlena eventually said that on day 4, Dawn had said the sacrificing thing to her dad, right? Bless him, I can't even be believing they'd be putting shit on him like that. But the thing is, Fred told me this shit first. It was not Summer's sacrifice. It was that Dawn did this gurgly goop version of like several religions combined thing, right? And it basically was like Summer was dirty, had to be cleansed, whatever. He didn't say nothing about no Marlena's daddy, anybody else. He was like, Dawn told me. Dawn told me when he came down that night. Implying the 15th. Which I witnessed my goddamn self. Witnessed Dawn come down in the car and go up to fucking Fred's, okay? Because Fred'd still be lying. If Fred didn't come our way, period. That motherfucker drove in like he couldn't even get a fucking 10-penny nail up his ass and was like 10 and chewing it like a pussy. Then it was all bullshit, right? Okay. So, it was fuck shit. No mention of Marlena, Marlena's daddy, any of that. But then for some reason, Marlena has the same 4-day date. Says that's when her dad was told. Right? But Don does say he went and visited Marlena's daddy. I don't know about day 4 though. Either way, I don't see Don being like, dear ex-massive coke dealer and drug dealer, we sacrificed Summer. No, and that Marlena and them didn't come out with that.
Did you hear that? Jody Sue, you slipped up again. It's nice to know you're in here, kissing the whale's ass, pretending to be Grandis. You could be Grandis. You're probably old enough, but it's nice that you're in here pretending to be, according to Fred, according to Fred, you're pretending to be Grandis. And I truly believe it's either you or Dom Wells. It's either you or Dom Wells. But it's one of y'all pretending to be old grandma. And I'm going to tell you what. You just slipped up again, Jody Sue. You just slipped up again. I know you're in the bushes, even if you ain't grand ass tonight and it's Donald. And you are in the bushes. You guys are all, and Andy's out there in the bushes too. Because that's where you mother freakers think you need to be, is in the bushes, protecting your Donnie. What is Donnie? What is Donnie like? Is he like, you know, on the head warlock of your guys' weird fucking little cult up there or something? I mean, is it everybody kiss Donnie's ass? Um, because it seems like, every Donnie calls and Andy runs, right? Andy's the gopher. Don sees Mr. Dobbs inside of Ben Hill Road trying to collect up his property. And the next thing you know, Don calls and Andy's down there. And you too, Jody Sue. You're another gopher for the Wells. You're down there descending on top of this man and everything else. And then you and Andy's out there with them trying to find this man half the fucking night. I mean, what the hell? Like, you must love, maybe their Pippi Le Pew cologne attracts you and Andy. Maybe you guys just love that Pippi Le Pew cologne they wear. I don't know. But for some reason, you're highly attracted to these people, for some weird, on God known reason. And you're right there willing to, go to great lengths to do their fucking evil biddings and everything else. That's my opinion. And I'm going to keep it because that's what I have been able to observe over the 4-year period here. That's what I've been observing, is you guys kissing the Wells ass pretty damn tight over for some reason. Um, you know, and that's just freaking weird. That's super weird. But I've also seen other people, turd pop suckers wanting to latch onto that booty and hang on as well with their lips, and willing to go those extra steps for some reason, um, you know, which is really, really super weird. Um, if I had to say, I say Don Wells is the freaking Charles Manson. He's the Charles Manson of the bunch, That's, that would be my guess right there from what I have observed over the extension of this particular case. So with that being said, you fucked up, Jody Sue. Again, you screwed up. You said we. You said you can't, to Don, you don't see Don telling Marlena's dad that we sat. Wouldn't it be he? Wouldn't it be he, Jody Sue, not we? Oh, what a slip up, right, folks? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that was a real fucking slip up for her when she said we, because it should have been he, right? It should have been he. I don't see Don Wells telling, Marlena's dad that he had to sacrifice Summer. No, she didn't say that. She said she couldn't see him saying we. And we means multiple people, including her, right? Multiple people, including herself. She was adding herself into the we sacrificed Summer, right? So put a 2 in the chat if you agree with me that she just screwed up and she added herself to the evil thing that happened to Summer. Because that's what I got out of it. Just saying, folks. Just saying. That's what I just got out of this. That's why you want to keep these idiots talking. This is why you want to keep them idiots talking. It's good to have them talking. Right? Absolutely. You want to keep them talking because they keep slipping up. They keep fucking up. Now,
until after Rick died is some more shit. I can't believe it, but I can because it's who Fred and Marlena are. right? Much like Cotton said, I don't know, it's bullshit. I just can't. So many lies are in here. And if you listen to Freddie when the first Jelly wasn't told that, it was that he had just found out. It's fuck shit, okay? We sacrifice summer. We sacrifice summer. We sacrifice summer.
We, she said. There you go. She said we. You guys heard it with your own ears. Right there's the proof. Right there's the proof. You just heard it. She said we. That's what she said. We sacrificed. Not he. She said we. Wow. Just saying, you guys. Just saying. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's what she said. She said we. We sacrificed Summer. Right? Jody Sue also has this to say.
It was a dream. I didn't. Fuck off, you know? It's the difference between being one of us in there and being with that monster that long and knowing what he said in real time, which was laughing at, calling other people dumbasses, you know, for believing Summer could be in the cemetery or in that grave. And so now he wants to be like, yeah, I think she's in the cemetery, even though the son bitch seen exactly what the fuck we did.
There you go. She says we again. She says we again. Listen to that. We again. Even though the mother emperor knows exactly what we did. We. She adds herself again. She adds herself again to June 15, 2021, folks. She adds herself to her and the whales and other people, right?
And so now he wants to be like, yeah, I think she's in the cemetery, even though the son bitch seen exactly what the fuck we did.
Even though the mother ever seen exactly what we did. Even though the mother ever seen what we did. And she said, we sacrificed Summer. Andy saw what we did. And she says, we sacrificed Summer. There you go. There you go. They got a dog in all of this. That's why they're stalking people around the case. That's why people around the case is ending up unalived. That's why people around this case is being stalked. Like Marlena, trying to be, scared up in a corner. It sounds like it might have worked. It might have worked because Marlena dropped off of here, right? She dropped off tonight when she's getting called a turncoat and stuff. It might have worked. I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. Maybe they scared her away. I don't know. I don't know. I would hope that she can't be scared by these people. I really don't think she could. But I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. Just saying. Marlena sent me a message. She says, sorry, PG, I had to get off the live. Police is everywhere, and they all kinds of stuff going down where I'm at. She says, I need prayers right now. Somebody's got law enforcement all over Marlena as we talk. She said law enforcement is all over her and the people she's with, and she needs prayers right now. So someone has got law enforcement all over her. And she's not going to be back tonight, you guys. She won't be back on here tonight. because law enforcement is there and they're all over her as we speak. So that's the message she just sent me. That's the message I just got from Marlena. Um, I she can't. She just texts me. She just texts me really fast. Let me know that law enforcement's there. They're all over them, and wants me to ask you guys to keep her in your prayers because she don't understand why law enforcement's all over them, and that they got descended on like this. But I'm sure. I mean, I think we know why law enforcement's all over her, right? We know why they're everywhere. They're everywhere because somebody called them on her to keep her from coming up here and talking about Summer. And I mean, these people are evil. These people are evil. Somebody said earlier, they said, PG, ask Marlena why she doesn't have her little girl in her custody. I'll tell you why she ain't got her little girl in her custody. Because Marlena um, had some issues. She had some issues. Well, here's what happened. Um, a couple months before, Don and Candace had Marlena's daughter up there. They called CPS and made some really creepy, weird accusations against Marlena and another member of her family. Um, it all checked out good. It all checked out, good. None of it was, it was lies and none of it was truth. But then Candace, starts trying to befriend Marlena. And that's when they asked Marlena to keep their daughter up there. Let us take her. We're going to be doing stuff and, and keep her for a week and all this stuff. I truly believe that they were the ones that made that phone call because of what was said during that phone call. And I truly believe that, they were thinking of, using and abusing Marlena's daughter as well as Summer and other little girls, like Jody Sue said. I truly believe they planned on doing that. Marlena's in fear that they may have sedated her daughter, and her daughter don't remember. Her daughter, of course her daughter would tell her if she could remember, but Marlena's afraid that, the way they sedate the child, knock it out, that her daughter may have been a victim and don't even know it. And furthermore, um, Marlena, somebody kept calling CPS on her. And one of those people was, somebody close to Marlena as well. And Marlena, was, had some issues with some drugs. She had some issues with illegal substances, and she didn't test clean. She didn't, they gave her one of the things, go get tested, and she did, and she wasn't clean, and she had to get clean. She had to go through, program and everything and so forth and so on. But they placed her daughter with a member of the family that's, that's very capable of taking care of her daughter. And Marlena, still was, falling off the wagon, getting on the wagon, falling off the wagon, getting on the wagon. And, just here recently, she got on the wagon and she's been staying on the wagon, and she's been doing everything. She's, trying to follow all of her P's and Q's and to get her daughter back, And she's been trying to, get herself together enough to, get a place somewhere and a stable life so she can, so she can return back to a normal family like she once was, before all of this stuff went down. But they gave her a lot, they gave her a lot of trouble there before Summer went missing. And then after Summer went missing, um, one phone call was made by who Marlena knows, but there was many phone calls made by someone she didn't know. And they keep calling. They keep calling and they keep causing this family issues. And and that keeps Marlena busy. And that's why she hasn't been out here to talk about Summer, because these evil people have been causing her, so just like the police tonight, just like the police showed up. Every time she comes out here, they start causing a lot of issues for her. And she has to go and to handle and take care of all of that, and she can't be out here handling all of this trauma behind the scenes. Also, Marlena's lost her dad. She's lost her uncle. She's lost one of her brothers. She's lost so many people. And Summer, there's been so many people that she's been losing. And in all of this, so that has took a toll on Marlena as well, behind the scenes. So that's really hard. It's really hard on her. Do I think she had anything to do with June 15th, 2020? No, I don't. I don't think she had anything to do with Summer's disappearance. Matter of fact, she was one of them that reported that Candace made that phone call at 4:30. Made a phone call to her at 4. That might be why they kept Hunter's phone. Candace could have called. Candace may have called Marlena off of Hunter's phone instead of her own. I don't know. I don't know. But that would definitely be a reason to keep his phone. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. But the point being is, she turned the phone call over to law enforcement. She let them know that that Candace called her. They checked everything out. They checked everything out, and they couldn't take Marlena's phone because they can't take her phone because she's the only one she got, and at the time she had her daughter, and she needed it for emergencies and everything. So but they did take Hunter's. They did take Hunter's phone. So that leads me to believe that phone call could have been made off of his phone, and that's how they was able to. That why they kept it and keep those things documented. I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that she did report it to law enforcement. It was verified, unlike the scream Jody Sue talked about, right? Unlike the scream of Jody Sue, it was verified. And also, Chad Arnold, he met up with Candace down there at Fred's place, right about the same time. Actually, it was about 4:15. He was meeting up with Candace, and the call came into Marlena at 4:30, 4:35 is when Candace calls Marlena. So that's like within a few minutes of her meeting up with Chad Arnold, and then Chad Arnold went out of Ben Hill into Beach Creek. Candace followed behind him. So obviously, as Candace was following Chad out of there, wherever they were going, she decided to call Marlena. And I believe that because Chad is Marlena's brother-in-law. So Candace would have felt comfortable calling Marlena with, her brother-in-law being involved in everything. So that makes sense. That makes sense. Absolutely. Absolutely, Sad Eyes. That's the most we can do is pray. That's the most we can do is pray. Um, Hopefully everything's okay. I hope. I could tell there was a lot of commotion going on in her background. Somebody kept coming and then running back again, and that's pretty much what happens when you see law enforcement coming in, right? You spot them, you start warning people, then they come, they get closer surrounding, and that's when you like, you got to go. They're here, they're all over us. Come on, you know, you ain't got, this. Yes, this is the right spot. Where they're at. So that's when she, she's like, "Whoa, I got to click off." Why did Grandma take off and leave her daughter alone to deal with? Grandma hauled her ass out of there because she was scared to death. The truth was about to come out, and her old ass was about to be handcuffed up and took to prison. That's what Grandma was thinking. Trust and believe me. That's Grandma wasn't sticking around to get handcuffed, right? She wasn't going to stick around to get her ass handcuffed because of what went down June the 15th, 2021. Grand just feels like, yeah, you guys did it. And I use my knee for you. I use my knee for you so you could pick up Hunter and go to the swimming hole and do what needed to be done. But I ain't going to prison for you. When this kind of stuff comes out, I'm not going to prison. But Grandis can go to prison. See, in a court of law, a husband don't have to testify against his wife, and a wife don't have to testify against her husband. But if you're the mother of someone, your ass can be put in prison for withholding evidence. Like if law enforcement found out that Grandis knew exactly what went down at that swimming hole, and she protected Candace, well, her ass is going to jail. That's just the way it is. That husband wife stuff does not work for mother daughter. It does not work for brother sister. It does not work for child daddies. It don't work like that. Right? Right? Exactly. But let's remember when Jose pulled Summer out of the shower, because Don was having at her, right? Don was having at her, and Jose knew it, and he wanted her out of that shower, and that shit wasn't going to happen on his watch. Law enforcement was called, and if you remember right, Brandis was the bitch that took Jose to another state so that he didn't have, so he didn't end up, in court or running his mouth around there to anyone about what he seen, what he knew. Grandis got him the hell out of there. She protected Don Wells and what Don was doing in that shower. And she took Jose out and got rid of him so that Don could continue to do what he was doing in that shower, right? So Grandass is just as evil as Candace and Don Wells, in my opinion. That's my opinion. And Grandass is also the one that had Marlena's daughter in her vehicle, dropping her off at Marlena's house. Just like she did Jose, she was dropping Marlena's daughter off at Marlena's house so that they could, hide and do whatever they needed to do with Summer as well. Right? I mean, I wouldn't doubt if Grandass wasn't up there having at some of them kids as well. Just saying. That's my opinion. Because there's a reason the old bitch ain't allowed around no children. That's just my opinion. Right. Exactly. Yeah, it is facts. It is facts. There's a lot of facts in this case. There's a whole lot of facts in this case. And those facts point at the Wells being very freaking weird, sick in it, sick as fucking hell in the head, right? They're just doing sick stuff to these children. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You know, I mean, fact, a lot of people saw Dawn in the shower with Summer. Fact, Jose wanted her out of there because Dawn was. Fact, we heard on the phone. We heard on the 911 phone call that he was still trying to have at Summer after he was having at her in the shower. Right? We heard it all. And that 911 call doesn't lie. 911 calls do not lie. We heard this baby screaming for help because Don Wells was trying to have at her. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard it with your own ears. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard it with your own ears. The little girl screaming because daddy was trying to have at her. Mommy told it on the phone. Candace told. He's trying to have at her. He's always trying to hurt Summer, she said. Always. Right? Just saying. We all heard it. We all heard it. Absolutely. We all heard it. I was going to play the ride.
She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. But she still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. But
I was going to play that for Marlena to see if she knew. If she took note of the voice. Because that voice don't sound like Grandis to me. It sounds like someone else. It doesn't sound like Grandma's saying no. It sounds like someone else. And, I was just going to ask her what is, whose voice that sound like to her. But, I didn't know law enforcement was going to swoop in tonight. I should have suspected it. I should have suspected it. With these evil fucks and the way they've been stalking her. But this just shows even more so that they're stalking her. They don't want her talking. And it seems like they came in here and warned her, came in and tried to warn her. Grandass, right? Miss Grandass came in here saying, you're a turncoat, you need to stop. Like they was giving her an opportunity to, back down before they sent law enforcement in. And when she didn't back down, law enforcement swoops in all over her and the people she's staying with. So that also proves that they're stalking her because they know where she's at. They know where she was to send law enforcement there. So, there isn't any more other ways you can prove this, right? There's no other ways you can prove this now. It goes to show that they're all over this poor girl. And I think you got a right to know who called law enforcement on you. I think you got a right to know that, especially when it's a false call. People could get sued for, using law enforcement as a weapon against people, making false calls. And if that's the case, if that is the case, then, you know, she should be able to find out who did it. And, you know, I would find out who did it. And if they owned anything, I'd sue the shit up out of them for it. I'd sue the hell up out of them for causing me that much grief and misery, fear and pain. Right? Because I'm going to tell you something. This day and time, you know, you get law enforcement called on you. You know, you might get somebody hurt. I mean, it's a scary thing to be pulled over by law enforcement. You know, because you don't know. With all law enforcement's been through, you don't know, you know, if they're going to, they're going to, because law enforcement is scared. And when people scared, so many people are, you know, turning against law enforcement and stuff, they're scared. And when people, you know, scared cops pulling you over, everything could go wrong, right? Everything can go south real quick. And, you know, so you don't know what might conspire. And, you know, that's the last thing you're wanting, you know, is law enforcement showing up. I mean, people today are trying not to call them because they fear law enforcement more than they fear, you know, a predator. Just saying. Well, law enforcement is afraid because law enforcement in today's world, law enforcement's walking up to a lot of cars to get, you know, they have to pull over. They have to pull cars over because of this or that. And they walk up to the car, right? To, you know, ask for the registration, the ID. And the next thing you know, the idiot, you know, pulls a pow pow out and that's it. You know, it's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. I mean, you have people attacking our law enforcement. And because these people are attacking our law enforcement, it makes everything unsafe for everyone. I mean, this world has gotten crazy as hell. Just saying. It's gotten crazy as hell, you guys. People in this world right now, they don't think right. They're not thinking right. Hold on one second. Just a second. Okay, y'all. PG's back. I had to go get me a cold one. And man, is it good. Yep. It'd probably be making Day jealous. I know she's probably in the bushes. She'd be all jealous because PG got a cold one. Mm-hmm. Come on out of the bushes. Come on out of the bushes, Day. I share my cold one with you. Even if you didn't give me none of that funnel cake, you come out of the bushes, I'll share it with you. Don and Candace's Oh, let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. Before I forget, Don Wells was at a Marlena's mother. Marlena's mother went to the store. She was at the store, and she came out of the store, and guess who was sitting outside the store in their truck watching her? Guess who was outside the store in their truck watching Marlena's mother? Mm-hmm. Don Wells. Sure was. Donald Wells was outside the store in his truck, stocking up Marlena's mother. Yep, that's what I heard. That's what I heard through the grapevine, y'all. That's what I heard. I heard that Don and Candace has moved. I heard they moved like over there around Holton road. I heard that they actually have been staying up there on Holton at some new place. That's what I heard. And it's not too far. It's not too far from where Marlena's mother lives. It's not too far from where Marlena's mother lives. That's what I heard. I heard that they're not on 110 Ben Hill Road very much because they're supposedly moving into a new location. Now I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm not a freaking I'm not a freaking stalker. I don't run around stalking people, right? I don't I don't follow Don and Candace around. So I don't know, but I am hearing it. And usually when you're hearing it, it's pretty much true. I have some pretty good I have some pretty good informants. I've got some pretty good informants. Oh, absolutely, sad eyes. Absolutely, they are. You got that right. Yeah, I don't think so either, Don B. I don't think so either. I do not think. Yeah, yeah. I sure in the hell wouldn't buy it. Would you? I sure in the hell wouldn't buy it. Yeah, you're right. They couldn't give it to me. I'd be like, that's a fucking liability. I don't need that. Right? I don't need no liabilities. That's all that place is. That is the truth. You're not Andy B. I don't know who Andy B is. Oh crap. Okay. In the background, somebody's listening to a scanner. They said it's not good for Marlena and them. And supposedly Jody Sue Brown is the one supposedly called law enforcement tonight. This I guess the scanner. Um, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing in the background. Why don't you see the tattoos on Canvas fingers? You mean Candace's fingers? Somebody says I'm trying to find out what's going on in that area from a few people. Maybe scanner feed or nothing that shows anything yet. Which it won't if it's a bust until later. I hope she don't get herself wrapped up in some shit. But when okay, I'm not going to read the rest of this, you guys. Okay, I'm not going to. I'm not going to put out the rest of that. Um, hold on. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think Jody Sue made that phone call. I think she did. They knew where. I'm going to tell you, man, these motherfuckers are. Listen, you guys. If these mother freakers can track, I mean, Jody Sue and Andy and Don Wells, these motherfuckers are better than hound dogs. They are better than freaking hound dogs at sniffing people out, right? Knowing where they're at every second of every day. And if they are that good at being a fucking hound dog, then let me tell you something. Nobody took their daughter because if someone would have even tried to take one of them kids, they'd have been busted right fucking now. They no way in hell, no way in hell that happened. And I'm going to tell you another thing. If Summer really would have been abducted, if she really would have been, which we know she wasn't, because Don Wells and Candace, they were telling law enforcement and everyone else where she wasn't. So therefore, you got to know where she is. She's only 5 years old. If she's truly missing, you don't know what the fuck happened because a 5-year-old is unpredictable. Nobody knows, what happened. When a 5-year-old's gone, you just don't know. You don't know if it's going to be found or it ain't because you don't know what happened. You have no idea what happened. Like if you go to the store, for instance, I think all of us have turned around and our kid's gone, right? 4, 5, 6 year old. I think we've all went in a store with a 5, 6, 7 year old and poof, it's gone. And you're looking everywhere and you're frantic and you're like, oh my gosh, lock the doors. My child, where's my kid? And you're asking people as you go by them, did you see this kid? Did you see this kid? And no, no, no. You got the whole store looking. You got the employees looking. And thank God they find it, right? Somebody finds it. Thank God. But you don't know what happened. You have no idea if someone took it or it wandered off. You have no idea what happened. That's because you're innocent and you don't have no idea. You can't tell anybody where the kid went because you don't know. Now, if you could tell them, where the kid isn't, then you must know where it is. That's all I'm saying. And if you could stand there and say, I know it didn't wander off, I know it didn't wander off, then you must know someone took it. Just saying. It's just the way it is. But that's, they had to know. And not only that, but listen, my friend, we was up there, right? We was up there at the cemetery. And boom, those people knew. They were right there behind. They was right there behind us and stalked us for over 20 minutes. They're sitting there a good 15 to 20 minutes, maybe more, watching, just sitting there. Now, let me tell you something. There's no way anyone comes in that area that they don't know. And they descend on people that come in that area too. So nobody came there and took Summer anywhere. And even Ronnie Lawson said, you know, uh, abduction, nah, that they don't even suspect that. Wandering off, well, Pruitt said if she was out there, we would have found her. We would have found her. Or signs where we'd have found signs of her being there. We found nothing. So, they know she didn't wander off. They know she wasn't abducted. They know that Jody Sue's scream was pure bullshit. It's unfounded because they know it's a lie. What's left, folks? What's left? You tell me what is left. Because the only thing I see left is foul play, and foul play means, Don, Candace, and Grandis. And whoever else they promoted to be part of it. Just saying. Okay. Anyway, and I'm going to tell you something. Law enforcement don't use sirens when they pull up on you. You ever have law enforcement come to your house? They don't use no sirens. Let me tell you guys something. I know firsthand. I know firsthand that law enforcement ain't gonna have no sirens when they pull up at your house. All right. You ain't gonna hear shit. You ain't gonna hear shit until they're knocking at the door if you ain't looking out. Right? If you're not looking out a fucking window, you ain't gonna know that they're even there until they knock on the door, or you see them damn flashing lights moving around inside your house. If you ain't got the blinds pulled and shit, you know, if you got your curtains back, you might see them big flashing ass lights all over the place. Like, what the hell is this? But other than that, like if you're somewhere in the back of your house or in the middle of your house and you ain't looking out, you ain't gonna know nobody's there until they ass knock on the door. Just saying. That's the way it is. They ain't gonna be using no sirens. Oh shit. Man, if you hear sirens, if you hear that woo, 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 man, if you're lucky enough and you did hear that shit, you be out the door, right? You be gone. Your ass be gone. Oh goodness. That is funny. Right? That's true. That's true. The day that Hammonds guy supposedly tried to take that little boy, nobody was with him. I don't think anybody was with him. He was alone. He was acting alone on that particular day, as far as I know. You know, from what I've heard, nobody was with him. I heard that the little boy ran. I heard the little boy ran up into the house and they got his license plate number. That's how law enforcement got him. Is they got the plate number. I heard the little boy was hollering and running. Yeah, weird, right? Someone was in the truck. I didn't hear about anyone being in the truck. I just heard about him. Um I just heard that the little boy ran up into the house and they got his license number. Yeah. That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm going to look into that. I don't know if he's out. I don't know. That is a good question, Don. Absolutely. That's a good question. That needs to be looked into, right? I'd like to talk to him if possible. I would like to talk to that guy. Yeah, she wouldn't give me no funnel cake. I know. I know. She wouldn't give me no funnel cake. She wasn't going. She was. At the time. At the time, we were beefing, and she wasn't about to give me no funnel cake. That often keeps PG awake at night. That funnel cake, man. I haven't forgot about that funnel cake for sure. And listen, you guys, I'm going to get off and I'm going to get off here and check out. See, I'm going to see what I can find out about the law enforcement and what's going on with Marlena. I'm going to get off of here and possibly make some phone calls um, to the law enforcement in that particular area. I mean, I think I know the general area that she's in, and I'm going to try. I'm going to try to see if see what's going down and what's going on in all of this. I don't know about that, Laura. I don't know. I haven't overly. I mean, I know about this Hammond guy, but I haven't overly um did any research or really look into him. But I will. I will now that you guys have mentioned it. So, yeah, I'm going to do what I can in the background to try to figure out what's going on here. And yeah, we're all worried. We are all worried. Absolutely. So, um yeah, hopefully, I hit her up. I didn't think I would be in tonight. I got home early. Tonight, and I hit Marlena up just to see if she's okay, and she hit me back saying hit me back up saying that she was safe, and she thanked me for checking on her. And I told her, I said, hey, you want me to open a live up and and let's go in and talk about Summer. She said, hey, yeah, I would love to do that. And, so we came in to talk about Summer because, she wanted to share, who Summer was and what kind of life Summer was living and stuff with everybody, make Summer more real to everyone, the way the Wells didn't want nobody knowing or seeing or hearing. And you know, and she was just too eager to do it. She really wanted to come in and do that. And they did this to her. They did this to her. You know how freaking sad that is, right? How sad this is that they would do such an evil thing to this girl. Um, so can you get back to us to know about Marlena? Absolutely. Brown eyes. I would definitely try to, let you guys, I would try to update you, maybe not tonight because it's getting so late and it's going to take me a while to try to figure out everything myself. But I will try to update everybody first thing tomorrow. First thing tomorrow, I would try to update you all on everything going on. And I'll post it out on Facebook and I'll post it out. Tomorrow evening begins the 7th. It begins the 7th. And I don't come in. I will not be in tomorrow night, you guys. From Friday evening to Saturday evening is the 7th. That's what the 7th day, from evening to evening. I will be in Saturday evening. God willing, I'll be here Saturday evening. But I will not be in tomorrow night because I do observe the 7th and I do keep it holy. I try my best to keep it holy anyway. I'm not perfect, but I try. And so, I'll post it up. I'll post it up tomorrow on Facebook. I'll post it up, in the if it's let me tell you, if it's not good, I'll open the live. I'll open the live early tomorrow before sundown. I will open a live if it's important. A live will be opened for Marlena and to tell you guys what's going on. But if everything's checking out okay and it's not too much, then I'll post it up on the YouTube wall, Summer's YouTube wall, and I'll post it up on Facebook, letting everyone know, what's going on. I'll keep you updated. Yes, I will. So listen, I don't ever leave out of here without asking, please pray for Summer Moon Utah Wells. Pray for this baby. Keep those prayers going up. As you can see, God is letting you see the true Don Candace Grandis. He's giving you an insight on the Jody, Sue, and Andy. God is pulling Summer's case to the light. He's letting you see how these people are being treated that know stuff in this case, how they are being shut down, how they are being threatened and fear put in them, and all of these bad things. And most of all, put through hell, and their families put through hell. This case has destroyed not just Summer, in my opinion, but it has destroyed her brothers. It has destroyed many other people surrounding it, innocent people. It has destroyed a lot of people. And that's just not right. That's not right, you guys. This is, this should not be tolerated. It should not be tolerated. And I got some other things I want to bring out and talk about come Saturday evening. I don't have time now, but I will like to bring them out then. And, some of my suspicions on some other areas of this case as well. So we'll talk about that Saturday. But listen, keep those prayers going up. because God's listening. He's listening. He's bringing us to the light. So keep those prayers going up in the name of Jesus Christ, because I truly believe God is answering a little at a time, but He's answering. And I think we're going to get all the answers to solve this case if we just keep praying. So please keep those prayers going up for this baby. If you do nothing else, please pray for her. And pray for these other missing kids too. Sebastian Rogers, Michael Vaughn, and pray that no more kids end up like this. No more children end up like this. Hopefully, somebody sees something and says something before any more end up like this. So keep them prayers going up, you guys, in the name of Jesus Christ, and keep them going up for one another. Amen. A family that prays together stays together, and God made us a family. So let us keep them prayers going up. Good night, everybody. God bless. Much love.
Following from the line.